only time would heal the wound, that someday I'd forget you, that the ache would fade to nothing, just a scar I'd barely notice. But they were wrong, they didn't know that some wounds have their own way to grow. Not up, not up, but down and in, deeper than where the hurt begins. It's been years now, can you believe it? I still feel you underneath the skin. I'm in the bones, I'm wearing the weight of you. I'm still carrying. Pain deepens, it doesn't fade, it doesn't leave. It plants its roots and it believes that it belongs here in my chest. It's found its permanent rest. Pain deepens, like a river carving stone, like a truth I've always known. It doesn't get easier, it doesn't get weak. Pain deepens with every week. At first it was a surface thing, a shallow cut, a temporary sting. I thought I'd shake it off in months, I thought I'd heal and move on once. And for a while I almost did, I almost buried, almost hid the memory of you away. But it was waiting for its day, and now it's years and I still feel a wound that's somehow become real. Real as breathing, real as blood, a permanent part of the flood. Pain deepens, it doesn't fade, it doesn't leave. It plants its roots and it believes that it belongs here in my chest. It's found its permanent rest. Pain deepens, like a river carving stone, like a truth I've always known. It doesn't get easier, it doesn't get weak. I thought I'd forget your birthday, but now I remember it more. I thought I'd stop missing your voice, but now I hear it in every door that opens and closes without you, every beginning that leads to without you. The pain didn't shrink, it grew, it became the lens I'm looking through. Pain deepens, it's not a visitor, it's not a guest, it's not a trial to be blessed. It's a resident, it's a friend, it's with me to the very end. Pain deepens, and I've stopped waiting for the day it finally decides to go away, because I've learned the heart is true. Pain deepens, and so do you. In every cell, in every vein, pain deepens and it remains. It remains in the way I hold my coffee cup, in the way I hover, quite wake up, fully free of you. Pain deepens. You never know it looking at me. I smile right on cue, I laugh easily. I show up on time, I do my work. I'm the last person you think would be hurt. But underneath the surface, underneath the skin, there's a flood that's waiting to begin. A reservoir of everything I never let you see. All the tears I swallowed so you'd think I was free. They don't fall down my cheeks, they don't drip on my sleeve. They found another place to go, somewhere you'll never know. Tears live inside me, in the hollow of my chest. Tears live inside me, where they never get to rest. They rattle in my ribcage, they echo in my throat. Every word I try to speak is caught in the mold of all the tears I never cried, all the tears that live inside. At night they come alive in dreams, drowning me in silent screams. I wake up gasping, pillow dry, because tears live inside. They've made a home in every bone. They've turned my marrow into stone. They've built an ocean in my lungs, and I'm drowning in the unsung. They don't fall down my cheeks, they don't drip on my sleeve. They found another place to go, somewhere you'll never know. Tears live inside me, in the hollow of my chest. Tears live inside me, where they never get to rest. They rattle in my ribcage, they echo in my throat. Every word I try to speak is caught in the mold of all the tears I never cried, all the tears that live inside. I wonder if they'll ever learn to leave, or if they're here permanently. I wonder if one day I'll crack and they'll come pouring from every crack and drown the room and flood the street, and everyone will finally see the weight I've been carrying silently, the ocean that lives inside of me. Tears live inside me, and I made peace with the weight. Tears live inside me, they're my hidden constant mate. They don't need a fall to be real, they don't need the world to feel. They just are, and I am too, holding oceans, me and you. Tears live inside, and inside is where they'll stay until my dying day. Tears live inside. Inside, where nobody sees. Inside, where the silence breathes. Tears live inside, and inside I'm still crying every single day. Tears live inside, and that's okay, that's okay, that's okay. I gave you the best of me, you took it gracefully. Smile while you drank it down like it was cheap wine. I poured out my soul for you, did everything I could do to make you happy, to make you mine. You never said thank you, never said please, just left me there begging on my knees for scraps of attention, for crumbs of affection, while I bled in your direction. And now I'm looking back at all the time I'll never get back, all the hills I climbed for someone who was never gonna stay. I gave it all away, wasted love, poured down the drain, wasted love, crying in the rain. All those years, all those tears, all the fighting back the fears for nothing but a memory of someone who never loved me. Wasted love, wasted love. Now I've got nothing left of the love I gave so freely. Wasted love. I see you with her now, you're different somehow. You open doors, you hold her hand, you do the things I begged you to, the things I couldn't make you understand. So it wasn't that you couldn't love, it was just that I wasn't enough to make you try, to make you see the love that was killing me. And now I'm looking back at all the time I'll never get back, all the hills I climbed for someone who was never gonna stay. I gave it all away, wasted love, poured down the drain, wasted love, crying in the rain. All those years, all those tears, all the fighting back the fears for nothing but a memory of someone who never loved me. Wasted love, wasted love. Now I've got nothing left of the love I gave so freely. I should be angry, but I'm just tired, tired of the spark that never caught fire, tired of giving water to a well that's dry, tired of looking up at an empty sky. I should be furious, I should be mad for all the best years I ever had, giving to someone who let them fall through fingers that never held them at all. Wasted love, I'm taking it back. Wasted love, no more cracks in this armor I'm building now. No more wondering when or how you'll finally see what you let go. But now it's time for me to know that wasted love taught me one thing: some love's not meant to take wing, some love's just practice for the real, some love's just something you learn to feel so you can leave it behind. Wasted love, you'll never be mine, not anymore, not anymore. I'm done pouring wasted love out the door. Wasted love, I'm finally free of you and me. Wasted love. At first it was a hurricane ripping through my chest, insane. Debris of us everywhere, furniture of love beyond repair. I couldn't breathe, I couldn't sleep, just a constant open bleeding weep. I thought I'd die from the force of it, thought my heart would just quit. But hurricanes don't last forever, the wind eventually gets better. The rain slows down, the sky clears up, but that doesn't mean you've had enough. 'Cause pain always settles. It finds a corner, finds a ledge, it curls up tight along the edge of everything it used to be. It makes a home where you can't see. It doesn't leave, it doesn't go, it just learns to settle low. Settles and makes itself at home. Now it's quiet in this house, I move around it, careful, quiet. There's a spot in the hallway where it likes to sit, where your picture used to fit. There's a weight in the chair across from mine, where you sit and drink your wine. I don't see it anymore, but I feel it daily, deeply. The hurricane became a rain, the rain became a constant stain, the stain became the wall itself. Pain becomes somebody else, 'cause pain always settles. It finds a corner, finds a ledge, it curls up tight along the edge of everything you used to be. It makes a home where you can't see. It doesn't leave, it doesn't go, it just learns to settle low. Pain always settles into the cracks, into the bone. Pain always settles and makes itself at home. And sometimes I forget it's there until the light hits just right, and I see a shape in the empty air, and I remember the fight. Not the fight with you, but the fight with me, to keep on breathing, to keep on being someone who could carry this weight and still show up, still not be late, for a life that doesn't know how much pain I have in tow. But pain always settles, and I've stopped waiting for the day it packs its things and goes away. It's part of the architecture now, a permanent furrow in my brow. It breathes with me, it sleeps with me. It's the only thing that stayed, you see. Pain always something I couldn't quite name, a slow and steady kind of drain. You kept taking, I kept giving, mistook surviving for really living. Thought that's what love was supposed to be, someone bleeding for a guarantee that never came, that never would. I gave you my best, you took it as good. And every day a little less, a little more of me in distress. Until one morning I woke up and realized I drunk the last drop. My heart bled, for so long I didn't notice. My heart bled, quiet as a votive, burning low, burning slow, until there was no place left to go. My heart bled out on the floor and you just asked for more. My heart bled and I didn't even know. I remember the last time you called. I remember standing in the hall, listening to you tell me all your needs, while I was down there on my knees, not praying, just too weak to stand, bleeding out across the land of us, of what we built on my blood, on my guilt. And every day a little less, a little more of me in distress. Until one morning I woke up and realized I drunk the last drop. My heart bled, for so long I didn't notice. My heart bled, quiet as a votive, burning low, burning slow, until there was no place left to go. My heart bled out on the floor and you just asked for more. My heart bled and I didn't even know. They say the heart is a muscle that grows stronger with the fight, but mine just grew exhausted from bleeding day and night, from pumping love to empty rooms, from hoping you come back too soon. It gave and gave and gave until there was nothing left to fill. Now my heart bled and now it's just a hollow thing. My heart bled and I can't even sing about the pain, about the loss, about the one who took the gloss off everything I used to be. Now my heart bled is all I see. My heart bled and it will never be the same. My heart bled and I've only myself to blame for giving it to someone who didn't know what to do with a heart that bled for you. Saw the pictures on a mutual friend's page. You in a tux, her in white lace, standing in the garden we used to walk through, the one where I first said I loved you. You're smiling wider than you ever did with me, like she's the key. You finally found the lock, you finally freed. I zoomed in close, I studied every line, tried to find some trace of me in the design, but there was nothing, not a single sign that I was ever yours and you were mine. And it hit me hard, right in the chest. Not that you loved her, but that you're your best with someone who isn't me. And that's the hardest thing to see. I missed out like she's the light. I had the beginning, she got the rest. I failed the test, I missed out on your best. I remember us, we were always fighting, always running, always hiding from the hard stuff, from the real. Never learning how to feel without defense, without the walls. I guess we were both too scared to fall, so we fell apart instead. Now you're standing there, newlywed, and I'm here alone, scrolling through a life that could have been me and you. And it hits me hard, right in the chest. Not that you love her, but that you're your best with someone who isn't me. And that's the hardest thing to see. I missed out on the man you became. I missed out on the love that wasn't a game. On the quiet mornings, the settled nights, on the way you look at her like she's the light. I had the beginning, she got the rest. I failed the test, I missed out on your best. Truth I have to carry. I missed out on the life we didn't marry. She gets you laugh in the morning light, she gets to hold you through the night. I get the ghost of what we were, a permanent quiet blur. I missed out on the best of you, and there's nothing I can do, except watch from afar the man you were with her. I missed out on you, on the best of you. I missed out. You used to light up every room you walked in. Now you're just a shadow I'm still talking to. Your number's still in my phone, I still check it sometimes, hoping for a sign that you'll come through. But the screen stays black, the cursor blinks, waiting for a message that the universe withholds. I swear I saw you yesterday in a stranger's face, but it was just my memory growing old. They say the stars keep burning long after they die. Maybe that's why I still see you in the sky. A ghost of light, a trick of the eye, something beautiful that's already goodbye. You've gone dark, like a lighthouse in a storm that lost a spark, like a radio that only plays the static of the dark. I'm still here listening, still here waiting for a signal that you're done debating whether I'm worth the light. But you gone dark, and I'm left with the night. I drove past your place last week just to see if maybe you'd be standing in the drive. The house was dark, the car was gone, just a for sale sign where we used to thrive. You didn't even tell me you were leaving town, just disappeared into the ether of the lost. I guess that's what I get for loving someone who always kept one foot already crossed. They say the stars keep burning long after they die. Maybe that's why I still see you in the sky, a ghost of light, a trick of the eye, something beautiful that's already goodbye. You gone dark, like a lighthouse in a storm that lost its spark, like a radio that only plays the static of the dark. I'm still here listening, still here waiting for a signal that you're done debating whether I'm worth the lie. But you're gone dark, and I'm left with the night. And I wonder if you think of me at all when you're lying in the dark with someone new, or if I'm just a switch you flipped, a channel you decided to unsubscribe to. It's the not knowing that kills me slow, the absence of a proper goodbye. You didn't fade, you didn't fall, you just went dark in my sky. You gone dark, and I'm learning how to navigate the black. You gone dark, and there's no bringing the light back. I'm mapping out the stars without your name, finding my own way through the frame of a life that doesn't include your spark. You gone dark, and I'm learning to make light in my own dark, in my own dark. I'm finding constellations made of my own patience. You gone dark, but I'm still here, still burning, still learning to be my own light. Now that you've gone dark, gone dark, gone dark, gone. I packed the last box yesterday, taped it shut and sealed away. Every letter, every photograph, every remnant of the past. I dropped the keys off at your door, didn't cry, not anymore. Just a quiet, steady breath, the first one since your love dealt death to everything I thought we were. Now I'm standing in the blur of a future I can't see, but for the first time it feels like me. No roadmap, no guarantee, just a faint idea that I could be someone who doesn't carry you in everything I say and do. I'm starting fresh with empty hands and open eyes, starting fresh, no more waiting for goodbyes. I'm trading yesterday for today, putting the past where it can't stay. I'm starting fresh, and it feels like flying, starting fresh, no more hiding. I bought new sheets for my new bed. Why, like everything unsaid, like every word I get to choose, like every step I can't lose. I changed my hair, I changed my routine, started becoming what I mean when I say I'm doing fine for the first time. It's not a lie, it's not a lie, I tell the cold feels like flying, starting fresh, no more hiding. And I won't lie and say it's easy. Some nights the memories still tease me with what ifs and could have beens, with the shape your body made in my skin. But morning comes and so do I, to the truth that I'm still alive. And alive means I can choose to win or lose, and I choose fresh. Not because the pain is gone, starting fresh because I'm finally moving on. Not to somewhere just away from the ghost of yesterday. I'm starting fresh, and it's terrifying and beautiful. Starting fresh, learning to be wonderful to myself, for myself, pulling my heart off the shelf. I'm starting fresh. This time I'm staying. Staying here in the new, in the now, in the true. Starting fresh, finally, me. I waited for the tears to come. I waited for the falling sun to signal some kind of collapse, some kind of emotional collapse. But nothing came, not even rain. Just this hollow, empty plain where my heart used to be, where my soul used to meet yours in the middle of the night. Now there's just this endless quiet. Is this what healing's supposed to feel like? This absence of everything, this flat line. I thought I knew when I was getting better, but this feels more like I'm just losing the letter of the law, of the love, of the loss. Just a heart that's forgotten how to toss and turn and burn and ache. Just a heart that's learned to break by not breaking at all. I'm feeling absolutely nothing, and nothing is the loudest sound. I'm feeling absolutely nothing. My feet don't even touch the ground. I'm floating through the days and nights, a ghost without any fights. Feeling absolutely nothing is somehow worse than dying. Feeling absolutely nothing, while the whole world keeps on trying. My friends keep calling, checking in. They want the old me to begin, to show up, to cry, to scream, to wake up from this numb dream. But I just sit and stare at walls and take their concerned calls and say I'm fine, I'm doing well. But fine is just another shell for the emptiness inside, for the part of me that died. Is this what healing's supposed to feel like? This absence of everything, this flat line. I thought I knew when I was getting better, but this feels more like I'm just losing the letter of the law, of the love, of the loss. Just a heart that's forgotten how to toss and turn and burn and ache. Just a heart that's learned to break by not breaking at all. I'm feeling absolutely nothing, and nothing is the loudest sound. I'm trying. I almost missed the pain. At least it let me know I was awake. At least it gave me something to contain, a reason for the shake. But this is just a void, a peace that feels destroyed, a calm that feels like war, a closed and bolted door, and nothing on the other side. Just me and this terrible ride into feeling less and less, until there's nothing left to bless. I'm feeling absolutely nothing, and I don't know if I'll ever feel again. Feeling absolutely nothing has become my only friend. It doesn't hurt, it doesn't heal, it just exists and it feels real in a way the pain never could. Nothing is the new understood. Feeling absolutely nothing is how I survive. Feeling absolutely nothing keeps me alive, alive, but not living, breathing, but not giving. Feeling absolutely nothing, and nothing is everything I have left. For years I kept the peace, kept my mouth shut, swallowed every word like a bitter nut. I smiled when I wanted to scream, played the lead in someone else's dream. I swallowed questions, swallowed pride, let all the truth stay locked inside. Thought that silence was the price of love, thought that's what I was guilty of. But silence built a prison around my throat. Every unsaid word became a moat between who I am and who I pretended to be. And I drowned in the space between you and me. Now I'm saying it all, every secret, every tear, every truth I recall. I'm not holding back, not anymore. I'm opening every locked door, letting the words crash like waves on the shore. I'm saying it all, every doubt, every fear, every rise and every fall. And it's terrifying and it's freeing, finally being the one who's speaking after years of barely breathing. I'm saying it all. I told you how you made me feel small, how I gave you everything and you took it all, how I waited by the phone, how I begged for crumbs, how I lost myself in you for years and months. I told you about the nights I cried alone, about the way you turned my heart to stone. And for the first time I didn't care if you stayed or left, if you were there, because silence built a prison around my throat. Every unsaid word became a moat between who I am and who I pretended to be. And I drowned in the space between you and me. Now I'm saying it all, every secret, disappear again into the silence, into the pen of keeping quiet to keep the peace. I'm done with that. I found release in the sound of my own voice, making my own choice to be heard, to be seen, to finally say what I mean. I'm saying it all, and the world didn't end, the sky didn't fall. I'm saying it all, and I'm standing taller than before. Every word I held inside, every truth I had to hide is finally free, and so am I. I'm saying it all, and for the first time in my life, I'm not afraid of the fight. I'm saying it all, and it feels like flight. Saying it all. No more quiet, no more silent, just me. Finally free. Saying it all, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful to finally speak. First it was a firestorm, every nerve endings torn. I couldn't eat, I couldn't sleep, just a constant open weep. Then the flames began to die, lit nothing but a crimson sky. And I stood there in the ash, wondering how long this would last. But fire doesn't burn forever. Eventually it finds its tether to the earth, to the ground, to the silence of no sound. Now pain settles like snow on battlefields, like dust on windowsills, like evening after 2 long days. Pain settles into quieter ways. It doesn't scream, it doesn't rage, it just turns a new page and sits there in the corner of my eye, a permanent part of the sky. Pain settles, and I learned to let it lie. Put it back where it was before. Not because it hurt too much, but because I've lost the touch of grief that burns. I've lost that cuts. Now it's just a thing that was a fabric memory, a caught and ghost. The thing I miss the most is missing you the way I did before the pain became a kid that grew up and moved away, but calls on holidays to say I'm still here, I still exist. I'm just easier to miss. Pain settles like snow on battlefields, like dust on windowsills, like evening after 2 long days. Pain settles into quieter ways. It doesn't scream, it doesn't rage, it just turns a new page and sits there in the corner of my eye, a permanent part of the sky. Pain settles, and I learned to let it lie. be, but it doesn't rise, it doesn't swell, it just acknowledges the smell and goes back to where it lives, back to all it has to give, which is nothing but a gentle way to softly closing gate. Pain settles into the background of my days. Pain settles into acceptable ways of carrying what I can't release, of finding something like peace. Not the peace of getting over, not the peace of finding closure, but the peace of letting be, the peace of setting free. The need to fight, the need to feel, the need for wounds that never heal. Pain settles, and settling is its own kind of grace. Pain settles into the lines upon my face, into the quiet of this place. Pain settles, and so do I. Right beside it, you and I. And pain and peace and everything in between. Pain settles like evening, like breathing, like leaving and staying all at once. Pain settles, and I'm still here, still here, with it, without it, just here. Pain settles, and so do I. Party's over, guests are gone. Dishes done, finally done. Creeps through the curtains, paints the floor. Shows me what I'm still here for. My phone is quiet, no good night text. Now thinking of you, what's next? Just the echo of the laughter and the silence ever after. I filled my calendar, I filled my days with coffee dates, a crowded place. I thought if I kept moving fast, then loneliness would never last. But here I am, alone still after everything. Oh, still the sun comes up, the sun goes down. I'm still the only face in After all this time alone still, and I'm still mine. So by now I'd find myself learn to dance to a different beat. Thought I'd meet someone new, someone who sees me through and through. But dating apps just show me faces in empty digital spaces, and every conversation dies before it even gets to rise. I filled my calendar, I filled my days with coffee dates and crowded plays. I thought if I kept moving fast, but loneliness would never last. But here I am, alone still after everything. Alone still, the sun comes up, the sun goes down. I'm still the only face in town that greets me in the mirror's frame. Still whispering your name to rooms that don't reply under silence. Stay alone still after all this time alone still. Maybe that's the lesson here, running to it just without the fear that being alone means being lost in satellites for loneliness. Maybe I'm not lonely, I'm just learning how to simply be without another heartbeat near, without the person I hold dear. Maybe alone is just a word for the silence I've never heard as anything but empty space instead of a peaceful praise. So I'm alone still, but not empty anymore. Alone still, and walking through my own thoughts of my own life, my own life, my own morning, my own night. Alone still, finally, everything I thought I knew about myself, about the truth. I used to know exactly who I was, where I was going, what I loved. Now every signpost looks the same. Every day destination feels like a game I'm playing without knowing the rules. Just another one of life's fools. I keep checking my phone for directions, but the signal's weak, the connection's fade in and out like my own mind, leaving all my certainty behind. I'm feeling lost, and lost is not a place I've been before. I'm feeling lost, like I'm knocking on a closed and bolted door, like every road leads back to start, like I've forgotten who I am at heart. I'm feeling lost in the middle of my own life, feeling lost with no compass, no knife to cut through the thicket of the days, just wandering through the haze. I see my friends, they're doing well. They bought the houses, they rang the bells of weddings, babies, promotions, plans. They've got their futures in their hands, and I'm still here, still trying to find the thread that connects my heart to my mind, the path that leads to somewhere true, the version of me that breaks through the noise, the doubt, the endless fear, the feeling that I disappeared. I keep checking my phone for directions, but the signal's weak, the connection's fading in and out like my own mind, leaving all my certainty behind. I'm feeling lost, and lost is not a place I've been before. I'm feeling lost, like I'm knocking on a closed and bolted door, like every road leads back to start, like I've forgotten who I am at heart. I'm feeling lost in the middle of my own life, feeling lost with no compass, no knife to cut through the thicket of the days, just wandering through the haze. But maybe lost is just a word for the space between what was and what hasn't occurred. Maybe lost is where you have to be before you find what you can't see. Maybe the wandering is the way. Maybe getting lost is how you learn to stay in the not knowing in the dark. Maybe lost is where you find the spark of who you're meant to become next, after all the maps are vexed and torn and thrown and burned. Maybe lost is what you earn when you're brave enough to leave the life you thought you'd never leave behind. So I'm feeling lost, and I'm learning to be okay with that. Feeling lost, learning to sit with where I'm at. Not knowing doesn't mean I'm failing. Maybe the ship was never meant for sailing straight and true and guaranteed. Maybe lost is exactly what I need to find a new way home, to stop feeling so alone in the not knowing, in the gray. Feeling lost might be the only way to finally find myself. Feeling lost, but still walking, feeling lost, still talking to myself like a friend, telling me this isn't the end. Feeling lost, but maybe that's where I'm supposed to be. Feeling lost, on my way to finding me. Kept score of every fight, every wrong you did, every sleepless night. I built my case, I built my wall, determined to be standing after the fall. I wanted justice, wanted you to see see exactly what you'd done to me. I wanted proof that I was right, that you were wrong, that you would bite the dust of your own making while I stood here unshaken. But somewhere in the winning I felt something disappearing. Not just you, not just us, something deeper, something plus. I lost us both in the battle, won the war but lost it all. I lost us both in the rubble, standing alone against the wall. I wanted you to hurt like me. Now look what we've come to be, two ghosts in an empty house, nothing left to fight about. I lost us both, and I'm the one holding the loss. I remember the day you finally left. I felt a strange and sudden theft, not just of you, but of the me who knew how to love, who could be someone soft, someone kind, the girl I left far behind. In my quest to prove I was strong, I stayed right when I should have gone. And now I'm here, and you are there, and neither one of us can bear to look back at what we were before we became a blur. And somewhere in the winning I felt something disappearing. Not just you, not just us, something deeper, something plus. I lost us both in the battle, won the war but lost it all. I lost us both in the rubble, standing alone against the wall. I wanted you to hurt like me. Now look what we've come to be, two ghosts in an empty house, nothing left to fight about. I lost us both, and I'm the one holding the loss. Was it worth it being right, standing in this lonely light with no one here to tell me I was wrong? Just the echo of our song playing on a broken record, every word a tiny dagger, proving that the prize I won was losing everything, every one of the moments we could have had if I hadn't been so mad, if I hadn't needed so badly to prove you hurt me badly. Now I lost us both, and there's no coming back from this. Lost us both, the epicenter of the miss. I missed the point, I missed the mark, I missed the love inside the dark. I was so busy being right, I lost us both in the fight. And now I'm here and you are gone, and the me I was has moved along to somewhere I can't seem to find, leaving us both far behind. Lost us both, the war is over. Lost us both, no four-leaf clover can bring back what we destroyed. In the name of being annoyed, in the name of being right, we lost us both in the night. And the morning brings no comfort, just the knowledge and the hurt that I lost us both, and both means me and you and we, all gone, lost us both. I've spent a lifetime biting my tongue, swallowing words before they'd sung the truth of who I really am, playing small to fit your plan. But something broke inside me today, or maybe something finally gave way to the pressure of pretending that the silence has no ending. I can feel it rising in my chest, every secret I've suppressed, every question, every fear, every unsilenced silent tear. They're all lining up like soldiers, ready to break down the boulders I've been piling for years and years. I'm saying everything, letting the dam break, letting it flood. I'm saying everything, through the anger, through the blood. Every word I held inside, every truth I had to hide is pouring out of me tonight. I'm saying everything, and it might cost me everything, but I'm saying everything. I'm telling you how you made me feel, like I was never quite real, like I was standing in your shadow, dying slow with every hello that never came, that never would. I'm telling you that I understood that I was never your priority, just an option, a non-priority. And it's terrifying, yes it is, to risk the loss, to risk the biz of who we are, of what we've built on a foundation made of guilt. But I can't carry it anymore. This weight I've dragged from shore to shore has got to find its resting place, even if it's in your face. I'm saying everything, letting the dam break, letting it flood. I'm saying everything, through the anger, through the blood. Every word I held inside, every truth I had to hide is pouring out of me tonight. I'm saying everything, and it might cost me everything, but I'm saying everything. And maybe you'll get up and leave, maybe you'll sit there and grieve the version of me that played along, the one who never said you're wrong. But I can't be her anymore. She walked out through that open door and left me here, raw and real, learning how to truly feel, even if it means the end, even if I can't pretend that we were ever really right. I'm stepping into my own light. I'm saying everything, not to hurt you, just to free the girl you never got to see. I'm saying everything, and for the first time I believe that being hurt is worth the cost, even if everything we built is lost. I'm saying everything, every whispered silent thing, every note I couldn't sing is finally on the wing. I'm saying everything, and it feels like flying, saying everything. No more hiding, no more lying, to myself, to you, to us. I'm done with us. I'm saying everything, and I'm finally free, free to be everything I couldn't be. The clock on the nightstand says 2:17. The whole world's sleeping, but I'm wide awake and screaming silently so no one hears the breakdown of another year. The pillows wet, the sheets are tangled, every nerve ending feels mangled by the weight of missing you, by the things I can't undo. This is the hour when truth comes out, when there's no one else to doubt, when it's just me and the dark and this broken, battered heart. Midnight crying when the whole world's quiet. Midnight crying, trying to survive it alone in the dark, with the sound of my own tears drowning in the memory of the years we were supposed to have. Now I'm just sad, just sad. Midnight crying and nobody knows. Midnight crying and it just grows and grows. I tried the meditation apps, I tried the sleepy tea, I tried pretending you don't still visit me. In every dream and every thought and every battle that I fought to let you go, to set you free. But midnight always brings you back to me, when the distractions fade away and there's nothing left to do but stay, with the ache, with the pain, with the tears like endless rain. This is the hour when truth comes out, when there's no one else to doubt, when it's just me and the dark and this broken, battered heart. Midnight crying when the whole world's quiet. Midnight crying, trying to survive it alone in the dark, with the sound of my own tears drowning in the memory of the years we were supposed to have. Now I'm just sad, just sad. Midnight crying and nobody knows. Midnight crying and it just grows and grows. And I wonder if you ever cry at midnight, if you ever lie awake and fight the night, or if you're sleeping peacefully with someone new beside you, free while I'm here drowning in the deep of promises we couldn't keep. I wonder if you ever think of me at 2 a.m. or 3 or 4, or have you closed that door for good? I wish I could, I wish I could, but here I am. Midnight crying every single night. Midnight crying, trying to find a way to stop, trying to find the off switch on this non-stop waterfall of grief and loss, carrying this heavy cross. Midnight crying until the morning light comes creeping. Midnight crying, pretending I was sleeping, when the world asks how I am. Just another midnight scam of hiding all the tears I cried, while the whole world was inside their peaceful dreams, their quiet beds, while I was crying in the threads of everything we used to be at midnight, when it's only me, only me. And the moon in this empty room, only me. until the day when midnight crying finally goes away. I smile when they ask me how I've been. Say I'm doing great, say I'm finally moving on. I laugh at all the right moments, tell them the worst of it is gone. They pat my shoulder, say they're proud of how I've handled losing you. If only they could see me now, when there's nothing left to prove. Behind this face, behind this voice, there's a different kind of noise, a screaming that they'll never hear, because I've gotten so good at making it disappear. I'm hiding feelings like a pro, got the act down, got the show. Every smile is perfectly placed, every tear is quickly erased. I'm hiding feelings so damn well, even I can barely tell that underneath this calm exterior I'm anything but superior to the pain, to the ache, to the girl who's barely awake behind these hiding feelings. At home alone, the mask comes off, and I can finally feel the cost of pretending I'm just fine when I'm barely holding the line. I collapse into the empty space where your face used to be in place, and let the tears fall where they may until the next conforming day. Behind this face, behind this voice, there's a different kind of noise, a screaming that they'll never hear, because I've gotten so good at making it disappear. I'm hiding feelings like a pro, got the act down, got the show. Every smile is perfectly placed, every tear is quickly erased. I'm hiding feelings so damn well, even I can barely tell that underneath this calm exterior I'm anything but superior to the pain, to the ache, to the girl who's barely awake behind these hiding feelings. And sometimes I forget I'm hiding, the mask becomes the me I'm biting. Time with life, with breath, with, until I catch my reflection, and there's nothing left but a stranger looking back at me, asking who I'm trying to be, and why I'm so afraid to let them see the broken parts, the real me. But hiding feelings is exhausting, building walls that keep on costing every ounce of who I am, every part of the plan to one day let someone inside to stop this endless lonely ride. I'm hiding feelings less and less, learning to let go of the press, to be perfect, to be strong, learning that I was wrong to think hiding made me brave. the door to honest tears and honest smiles, to walking real and genuine miles. No more hiding feelings, just feeling and healing for real. I've been carrying this weight so long, I forgot what it felt like to be strong. Without the burden, without the ache, without the constant quiet shake of grief that lives inside my bones, of sorrow that has made its home in every corner, every crack. I forgot what it felt like to have my back free from the load, free from the press of all this heavy loneliness. But something shifted yesterday, or maybe it's been slipping away, slowly, quietly, without a sound, until I looked and finally found that I'm exhausted from the hold, from the grief that's grown so old. I'm releasing pain, opening my hands, letting it fall. Releasing pain, not keeping score, not keeping tall of every wound, every scar, every broken thing you are. To me now, just a memory. I'm setting myself free, releasing pain, letting it rain, and letting it go. I wrote your name on a piece of paper, lit a match, watched it vaporize into the evening sky. I didn't even cry, not because it didn't hurt, but because I'd finally learned that some things aren't meant to keep. Some grief is just too deep to carry every single day. Some pain just gets in the way of living, breathing, being here, of facing down the fear. And something shifted yesterday, or maybe it's been slipping away, slowly, quietly, without a sound, until I looked and finally found that I'm exhausted from the hold, from the grief that's grown so old. I'm releasing pain, opening my hands, letting it fall. Releasing pain, not keeping score, not keeping tall of every wound, every scar, every broken thing you are. To me now, just a memory. I'm setting myself free, releasing pain, letting it rain, and letting it go. It doesn't happen all at once. Release is not a sudden dance, capable of instant grace. It happens slowly, face to face, with every memory, every tear, every forgotten, buried fear. You look at it, you hold it close, then you release it like a ghost that never needed to be fed, that never needed to fought for, held on to, you just let it go right through. I'm releasing pain, and it feels like learning to breathe. Releasing pain, like finally believing I don't need to carry you, to prove I love, to carry her, to rise above. I'm releasing pain, and in its place a quiet space, a little room, a little grace for something new to grow. Now that I've let go, I'm releasing pain, and it's the bravest thing I've done. Releasing pain, finally letting down the gun I've been holding to my head, choosing life instead of the familiar ache for my own sweet sake. Releasing pain, my hands are open now. Releasing pain, I'm taking back my power. Not through anger, not through fight, just through letting go of the night and stepping into the light. Releasing